New tonight, local court records released this evening show a Louisville woman has filed an emergency protective order against the current Cleveland Cavalier and former UK basketball star Rajon Rondo of Louisville.
NBA player Rajon Rondo and his girlfriend were in an altercation with a woman on the parking lot, and the whole thing was caught on camera.
Former NBA star Rajon Rondo's past has been filled rocky and eventful entanglements with the law. Rajon Rondo has once again made headlines, but this time for all the wrong reasons.
37-year-old was allegedly driving recklessly and was pulled over by a trooper. Now, the trooper says they observed the smell of marijuana.
Arrest in Indiana. Rondo was recently arrested in southern Indiana on charges of unlawful possession of a firearm, drug paraphernalia, and marijuana. Let's take a closer look at the events leading up to his arrest and the legal consequences he now faces. As the sun set on a seemingly ordinary Sunday in southern Indiana, little did Rajon Rondo know that his life was about to take a dramatic turn. It all began with a routine traffic stop in Jackson County, where Rondo's black 2022 Tesla caught the attention of a vigilant state trooper. Earlier that day, a concerned citizen had dialed emergency services to report a reckless driver on I-65 South between Indianapolis and Louisville. The caller described a black Tesla without a license plate, driving over 100 miles per hour, weaving in and out of traffic, and causing alarm among fellow motorists. The Indiana State Police wasted no time in responding to the call, determined to ensure the safety of all on the road. Approaching the vehicle, the state trooper immediately detected a pungent odor wafting through the air. The unmistakable scent of marijuana hung heavy, raising suspicions and setting off alarm bells. With a trained eye and a duty to protect, the trooper knew that further investigation was necessary. Informing Rondo of the reason for the stop, the trooper proceeded to conduct a thorough search of the vehicle. It was during this search that the shocking truth began to unravel. Hidden within the confines of the Tesla, the trooper discovered not only drug paraphernalia, but also a firearm. This shocking discovery led to Rondo's immediate arrest. The 37-year-old former guard was taken into custody and transported to the Jackson County Jail. It is worth noting that there was also a juvenile present in Rondo's vehicle at the time of the arrest. The juvenile was later released to a family member. Rondo, on the other hand, had to face the legal consequences of his actions. Rondo's initial court hearing has been scheduled for February 27th in Jackson County Superior Court. During this hearing, he will have to answer to the charges of unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of marijuana. The discovery of the firearm was particularly alarming, given Rondo's previous legal entanglements. Just months prior, a non-contact court order had been issued against him, explicitly prohibiting him from carrying any firearms. This was not the first time Rondo had faced such a protective order, making the situation all the more perplexing and disheartening. Would he be able to overcome these charges and reclaim his place in the NBA, or would this incident forever mar his legacy? Court hearing and possible legal implications. As the legal process unfolds, Rondo finds himself facing a range of potential outcomes that could have a lasting impact on his life. The charges against Rondo, unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of marijuana, are serious offenses that can result in severe penalties. While they are classified as misdemeanors, they should not be taken lightly. If found guilty, Rondo could face fines, probation, mandatory counseling or rehabilitation programs, and even potential jail time. The severity of these consequences is magnified by Rondo's status as a public figure. The spotlight on his case is brighter, and the public's expectations for justice may be higher. The court proceedings will be closely watched by fans, legal experts, and the media, as the outcome will not only impact Rondo personally, but also set a precedent for how similar cases are handled in the future. Beyond the legal ramifications, Rondo's reputation and professional career are also at stake. The arrest has cast a shadow over his once illustrious basketball career, raising questions about his character and decision-making. Teams and potential sponsors may be hesitant to associate themselves with someone facing such serious charges, potentially limiting his opportunities in the sport. Furthermore, the arrest has the potential to affect Rondo's post-basketball career. As Rondo's playing career began to wind down, the whispers of his coaching potential grew louder. Coaches, players, and analysts all recognized his unique understanding of the game and his ability to communicate and lead on the court. It was only a matter of time before Rondo would make the transition from player to coach. Rondo's desire to join the coaching staff at his alma mater, the University of Kentucky. After spending 16 incredible years in the NBA, Rondo believes it's time to share his knowledge and passion for the game with the next generation of players. Returning to Kentucky, where he honed his skills and developed into the player he became in the NBA, holds a special place in Rondo's heart. It's a homecoming of sorts, a chance to give back to the program that played a significant role in his basketball journey. Rondo's addition to the coaching staff would bring a wealth of experience, leadership, and a unique perspective. His ability to connect with players, combined with his basketball IQ, would undoubtedly reportedly make him a valuable asset to the Wildcats coaching staff. The arrest will not only raise concerns about Rondo's suitability for a coaching role, but will also cast doubt on his ability to be a role model for young players. Coaches are expected to provide guidance and support both on and off the court, and this incident has called into question Rondo's ability to fulfill that role. To help you understand the gravity of the situation better, let's look at the case of Delonte West, the former Cleveland Cavaliers guard who got arrested for gun possession. It was revealed that West was carrying not just one, but two loaded handguns, a loaded shotgun, and an 8.5-inch Bowie knife, while speeding on a three-wheel motorcycle on the Capitol Beltway. The incident occurred when West was pulled over after cutting off an officer. The defense argued that West was transporting the weapons from one home to another at the request of his mother. However, this explanation raised eyebrows, as the most direct route between his two homes would not have taken him on the stretch of road where he was stopped. In Prince George's County Circuit Court, West stood before Judge Graydon S. McKee III and admitted his guilt. The charges against him included carrying a concealed dangerous weapon and transporting and carrying a loaded handgun. As part of a plea agreement, 6 other traffic and weapons charges were dropped. West was sentenced to 8 months of home detention with electronic monitoring, 2 years of unsupervised probation, 40 hours of community service, and mandatory psychological counseling. Following West's sentencing, the NBA announced a shocking decision to suspend him for 10 games without pay after he pled guilty to gun charges. This sent a clear message that they would not tolerate illegal activities from their players. Should Rondo be suspended by the NBA, it will not only affect his immediate playing time, but also raise questions about his ability to secure a spot on a team or coaching opportunities. Domestic violence allegations. Rajon Rondo has had many success on the court. However, this success has often been overshadowed by controversies off the court. In July of 2022, a lady filed a $1 million lawsuit against Rajon Rondo and his girlfriend, LaToya Fitzgerald. According to Toktam Yorshari, the incident took place on a fateful night in Los Angeles. She claims that she was physically assaulted by Rondo and Fitzgerald during an altercation in a parking lot. Eyewitnesses at the scene have provided chilling accounts of the alleged attack. They claim that Rondo and Fitzgerald, accompanied by a group of friends, approached Yorshari and engaged in a heated argument. As tensions escalated, the situation turned violent. Yorshari alleges that Rondo and Fitzgerald physically assaulted her, leaving her with visible injuries. The incident led to allegations of assault and battery made against them by Toktam Yorshari. Yorshari claimed that Rondo became angered when her car was parked too close to his $300,000 worth Rolls Royce, leading to a confrontation. Video footage shows Rondo making brief contact with Yorshari with his elbow, after which Fitzgerald strikes the woman in the head and face multiple times. Rondo and Fitzgerald have vehemently denied the allegations of violence leveled against them. Through their legal representatives, they have issued statements asserting their innocence and expressing their intention to fight the allegations in court. According to their legal team, Rondo and Fitzgerald maintained that they were not involved in any physical altercation with Yorshari. They argued that the allegations were false and baseless. In 2023, Rajon Rondo and his girlfriend, LaToya Fitzgerald, reached a settlement with Toktam Yorshari. The attorney for Yorshari filed a notice in a Los Angeles court regarding the settlement, although the specifics of the agreement were not disclosed in the TMZ report. Prior to the recent settlement regarding the assault and battery allegations, Rajon Rondo faced another legal issue involving the mother of his 2 children. Earlier this year, she accused Rondo of pulling a gun and threatening to kill her. However, Rondo was not criminally charged concerning this incident. His former partner, Ashley Batchelor, filed an emergency protective order against him, detailing a harrowing incident that took place on May 11th. According to Ashley, the incident began innocently enough, with Rajon playing video games with their son. However, things quickly took a dark turn when Ashley asked their son to separate the laundry. This seemingly simple request triggered an explosive reaction from Rajon. In a fit of rage, he ripped the game console out of the wall, leaving their children upset and frightened. But the destruction didn't stop there. Ashley claims that Rajon's anger escalated, leading him to smash various objects around the house, from a teacup to outdoor lights and trash cans. The atmosphere became increasingly tense, and Ashley attempted to de-escalate the situation. However, her efforts were met with a chilling death threat from Rajon, who allegedly told her, "You're dead." Fearing for her safety and that of their children, Ashley recounts how Rajon temporarily left the home, only to return 15 minutes later. This time he approached a back door and began banging on the window with a gun in hand. Ashley, terrified and unsure of what was happening, approached the door from the inside. To her horror, she saw Rajon with the weapon and pleaded with him to stop as he was scaring her. But Rajon ignored her pleas and yelled, "Go get my fucking son." In a desperate attempt to protect their son, Ashley brought him downstairs but kept the back door closed. However, in a moment of confusion or fear, their son opened the door and Rajon forcefully yanked him outside. With the gun still in his possession, Rajon screamed at their son, demanding to know why he was scared of his own father. Ashley, paralyzed by fear, didn't intervene, afraid that Rajon might turn the gun on her. She watched helplessly as Rajon then demanded their daughter also come outside, where he proceeded to yell at both children for being afraid of him. Thankfully, Rajon's parents arrived at the scene, but their attempts to calm him down were unsuccessful. Eventually, Rajon left, leaving Ashley and their children traumatized by the events that had unfolded. This shocking incident has left Ashley Batchelor fearing for her safety and that of her children. In the emergency order of protection she filed, she detailed Rajon's history of volatile, erratic, and explosive behavior, including physical abuse toward their son and verbal assaults toward their daughter. The judge, recognizing the seriousness of the situation, granted Ashley and her children temporary protection. Rajon has been ordered to stay at least 500 feet away from them, and Ashley has been awarded temporary custody of their 2 children. Additionally, Rajon has been ordered to temporarily turn over his firearms to the court. After a few weeks, a family court judge dismissed the protective order against Rondo after both parties reached an agreement. These previous allegations against Rondo added to the controversy surrounding his personal life and raised concerns about his behavior off the basketball court. While the outcome of the case may have provided some closure, it remains a part of Rondo's history and contributes to the public's perception of him. Rajon Rondo's violence and misbehavior were not just restricted to his family and outsiders. He also had been sanctioned a couple of times for his misbehaviors on the court. In 2018, the Los Angeles Lakers faced off against the Houston Rockets in a highly anticipated game. The tension was palpable from the tip-off, as both teams were vying for a crucial victory. As the game progressed, the intensity on the court reached a boiling point. The score was close, and every possession mattered. With just a few minutes left in the fourth quarter, the Lakers found themselves trailing the Rockets by a slim margin. The pressure was mounting, and emotions were running high. It was at this pivotal moment that Brandon Ingram, the young and talented forward for the Lakers, made a fateful decision.
Foul by Ingram. Do they count it? No. They say the foul occurred before the gather.
And he never put the ball back down.
After a foul call against him, frustration got the better of him, and he shoved James Harden from behind. The crowd gasped in disbelief as the tension escalated rapidly.
And I think another technical foul's been handed out. Now Ingram looks like he's confronting Jason Phillips.
Well, the technical foul was on Ingram for shoving James Harden after that play.
I'm not sure what happened.
Chris Paul, the fiery point guard for the Rockets, immediately rushed to confront Ingram. The two engaged in a heated exchange of words, their faces inches apart. The atmosphere in the arena was electric, as fans and players alike held their breath, anticipating what would happen next.
It's hot now. Paul punches a throw. Paul and Rondo throwing punches. Ingram comes in. He's throwing punches.
Rajon Rondo saw an opportunity to defend his teammate and jumped into the fray. What started as a war of words quickly turned physical, as punches were thrown and chaos ensued. The court became a battleground, with players, coaches, and officials desperately trying to restore order. All the 3 players were ejected from the game. Subsequently, the NBA suspended Ingram for 4 games, Rondo for 3 games, and Paul for 2 games. Rondo's background. Well, let me give you a brief backstory on who Rajon Rondo is and his successful career in playing basketball. Professionally, Rajon Rondo, born on February 22, 1986, in Louisville, Kentucky, was destined for greatness from an early age. Growing up in a basketball-loving state, Rondo quickly fell in love with the game and showcased his skills on the court. His exceptional talent and basketball IQ caught the attention of college recruiters, leading him to the University of Kentucky. During his time at Kentucky, Rondo made a name for himself as a dynamic point guard. From 2004 to 2006, he showcased his incredible court vision, lightning-fast speed, and unmatched basketball instincts.
South Carolina has committed 18 fouls. Crawford gets it to Rondo. And Rondo quickly up court. Still has it. Rondo shoots a 3.
Rondo's ability to control the game and make precise decisions on the court earned him accolades and admiration from fans and experts alike. Rajon Rondo's basketball career at the University of Kentucky was nothing short of extraordinary. From the moment he stepped foot on the court, it was clear that he possessed a rare talent and an unmatched passion for the game. Rondo's time as a Kentucky Wildcat was filled with memorable moments and remarkable achievements that would shape his future as an NBA superstar. During his freshman year in the 2004 to 2005 season, Rondo quickly established himself as a force to be reckoned with. His lightning-fast speed, exceptional court vision, and defensive prowess made him an invaluable asset to the team. Rondo's ability to distribute the ball with pinpoint accuracy and create scoring opportunities for his teammates set him apart from his peers. One of the most memorable moments of Rondo's college career came during the 2005 NCAA tournament. In a thrilling Sweet 16 matchup against the top-seeded University of Kansas, Rondo showcased his clutch gene. With the game on the line, Rondo fearlessly attacked the basket, drawing a foul and sinking 2 free throws to secure a stunning upset victory for the Wildcats. His composure under pressure and ability to rise to the occasion solidified his status as a rising star. As Rondo progressed through his sophomore and junior years, his skills continued to evolve. His scoring ability improved, and he became a more well-rounded player. Rondo's exceptional court vision allowed him to thread the needle with precision passes, leaving defenders in awe. His defensive prowess was also on full display, as he consistently disrupted opponents with his quick hands and tenacious on-ball defense. In his junior year, Rondo led the Wildcats to an impressive run in the NCAA tournament. His leadership and playmaking abilities were instrumental in guiding the team to the Elite Eight. Rondo's ability to control the tempo of the game and make crucial decisions in high-pressure situations earned him the respect of his teammates and coaches. After 3 remarkable seasons at the University of Kentucky, Rondo made the difficult decision to forego his senior year and declare for the NBA draft. His impact on the Wildcats program was undeniable, as he left a lasting legacy as one of the greatest point guards in the school's history. Rondo's achievements at Kentucky did not go unnoticed. He was named to the All-SEC first team in both his sophomore and junior years, solidifying his status as one of the premier players in the conference. Additionally, Rondo was recognized nationally, earning a spot on the All-American third team in his junior year. The impact of Rondo's time at the University of Kentucky extended beyond individual accolades. His leadership and competitive spirit inspired his teammates and elevated the program to new heights. After 2 successful seasons with the Wildcats, Rondo decided to take his talents to the next level. In the 2006 NBA draft, he was selected as the 21st overall pick by the Phoenix Suns, but his rights were immediately traded to the Boston Celtics. Little did anyone know that this trade would mark the beginning of a legendary NBA career. Rondo's time with the Celtics was nothing short of extraordinary. Rondo was tasked with carrying on the legacy of legendary Celtics point guards like Bob Cousy and Dennis Johnson. He quickly established himself as one of the league's premier point guards, forming a formidable big three alongside Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Rondo's ability to orchestrate the offense, find open teammates, and make clutch plays earned him the reputation of being a true floor general. In the 2007 to 2008 NBA Finals, Rondo's brilliance was on full display. Playing alongside future Hall of Famers Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen, Rondo played a pivotal role in the Celtics championship run. The series was intense and closely contested, but Rondo's contributions proved to be the X factor. His ability to orchestrate the offense and create scoring opportunities for his teammates was unmatched. Rondo's triple-double performance in Game 2 of the series, where he recorded 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists, showcased his ability to dominate in all aspects of the game. His ability to elevate a game on the biggest stage was evident, as he recorded a triple-double in Game 2 of the Finals, becoming the 3rd youngest player in NBA history to achieve this feat. He played a pivotal role in leading the Celtics to their 17th championship, showcasing his exceptional skills and basketball IQ. As the years went by, Rondo continued to make his mark in the NBA. Rondo's defensive contributions were often overshadowed by his offensive brilliance, but his ability to lock down opposing guards was a crucial aspect of his game. After his successful stint with the Boston Celtics, Rajon Rondo embarked on a journey that took him to several NBA teams. Each stop in his career presented new challenges and opportunities for Rondo to showcase his skills and make an impact on the court. Rondo's first post-Celtics destination was the Dallas Mavericks. Joining forces with Dirk Nowitzki and a talented Mavericks roster, Rondo was expected to be a key piece in their pursuit of another championship. However, his time in Dallas was marred by inconsistencies and clashes with the coaching staff, leading to a premature exit from the team. Following his stint with the Mavericks, Rondo found himself with the Sacramento Kings. In Sacramento, Rondo had the opportunity to showcase his playmaking abilities and leadership skills. He quickly became the floor general for the Kings, orchestrating the offense and setting up his teammates for scoring opportunities. Rondo's time in Sacramento was marked by impressive performances and a resurgence in his career. The next chapter in Rondo's journey took him to the Chicago Bulls. Joining a team with established stars such as Jimmy Butler and Dwyane Wade, Rondo was expected to provide stability and playmaking prowess. His ability to distribute the ball and control the tempo of the game was on full display, earning him the respect of his teammates and fans. Rondo's time in Chicago showcased his ability to adapt to to different systems and contribute to team success. After his stint with the Bulls, Rondo found himself with the New Orleans Pelicans. Joining forces with Anthony Davis, Rondo became an integral part of the Pelicans' playoff run. His ability to create scoring opportunities for his teammates and make timely plays on both ends of the court was instrumental in the team's success. Rondo's leadership and basketball IQ were on full display as he guided the Pelicans to a memorable playoff series victory. In 2018, Rondo joined the Los Angeles Lakers, where he reunited with former Celtics teammate LeBron James. Rondo's experience and leadership were invaluable to the young Lakers roster. His ability to control the game and make crucial plays in high-pressure situations earned him the respect of his teammates and coaching staff. Rondo's contributions were instrumental in the Lakers' journey to the NBA championship in 2020, securing his second championship ring. Following his time with the Lakers, Rondo had brief stints with the Atlanta Hawks, Los Angeles Clippers, and Cleveland Cavaliers. While his time with these teams was relatively short, Rondo continued to showcase his playmaking abilities and basketball IQ. His impact on the court, even in limited minutes, was evident as he provided valuable contributions to each team. Throughout his career, Rondo's ability to record triple-doubles and impact the game in multiple ways remained constant. His exceptional passing ability, defensive skills, and leadership qualities made him a sought-after player in the league. Rondo's impact extended beyond individual statistics as he consistently elevated the performance of his teammates and made everyone around him better. Off the court, Rondo's journey has not been without its controversies. He has faced legal issues and disputes with other players, which have at times overshadowed his on-court accomplishments. However, Rondo's talent and contributions to the game cannot be denied. In 2020, Rondo added another milestone to his already impressive resume when he helped lead the Los Angeles Lakers to their 17th NBA championship. His veteran presence and ability to orchestrate the offense were instrumental in the team's success. But it wasn't just Rondo's on-court skills that set him apart. His basketball IQ and ability to read the game were unparalleled. Rondo had an uncanny ability to anticipate plays, make split-second decisions, and create opportunities for his teammates. His court vision was often compared to that of legendary point guards like Magic Johnson and Jason Kidd. Hopefully, the aftermath of Rajon Rondo's arrest will not cost him his career and his post-career opportunities. And that's it for this video. If you want to see similar stories like this, click on one of the cards on the screen.